You are now listening to Universal Messages Reloaded 2026. Welcome. You are now listening to the podcast of March 2026 Virgo Full Moon. We're looking at what we practice every day showing up in our lives. Welcome. I'm Dr. Dorina Shine, and I welcome you today. Today, we're going to be talking about the full moon lunar eclipse. You know, we had a full moon solar eclipse just about a month ago. But this lunar eclipse is going to be more about our emotion. And it's going to be in the sign of Virgo at 23 degrees, 24 minutes. Some people look at the minutes and degree placement in different placement signs. And I actually follow Vedic astrology with Western astrology. And I just look at what the universal alignment connects, how it connects. So we're going to be looking at the Shitra Nakshatra, and this is going from Virgo 23 degrees and 24 minutes to Libra 6 degree and 40 minutes. So we're going to look at the characteristics, including introspection, creative talent, challenges, and the key traits. And this is going to be the 14th lunar mansion, the Shitra Nakshatra. The Shitra Nakshatra. Introducing the star of opportunity, brilliance, and craftsmanship. Virgo symbolizes a bright jewel or pearl, and it is ruled by Mars. It is also the ability to shape beauty and structure. So when we look at the introspection of what we have found relating to emotional lunar energy, it's going to teach us to feel our emotion before showing our emotion. It empowers us to be centered and standing your ground with emotional regulation and composure. Now, when the Virgo scales is brilliance, there is a high intensity of stability that goes through space and time. The importance is to reduce environmental noise, to elevate to incredible opportunities. Meditation is the key. So the Virgo will display creative talent by fusing precision, intellect, and craftsmanship as an earth sign, communicating effectively because the energy flows through Mercury. It is a communication symbol. And it is very important not to rely on spontaneous, chaotic bursts of inspiration. Instead, creativity must be channeled and refined, which will turn raw, basic ideas into tangible manifestations. So the degree and time placement is major. It's a major turning point that releases outdated habits, outdated habitual acts, routines, and perfectionism. Now, in this 23 degree, in the third decan of Virgo, we're going to connect emotional clearing, and then we're going to shift it to trust the vibration. So now what we're doing is stepping out of the words, the terminology, the structures of what we're talking about right now, and we're going to step it into our everyday routine. We're not just going to talk about it to get likes, clicks, and views. We're actually going to work on the process. So step away from consistent, excessive thought patterns. Stop fluttering around trying to figure out how to stay busy and focus on the mentality that has brought you here to this Virgo emotional state, and then plug how you're going to arrive at your destination. Embrace grounded approaches to life. Instead of looking at what it could be, and instead of designing life to work the way you want it to work, focus on how you are centering the universe to attract that very thing that breeds old behavioral patterns, those negative ideas, and how they show up. You know they do. So we don't want that. We want to remove those negative behaviors, the criticisms, the overserving of others. And then in this 23-24 degree of Virgo placement, the 3 zodiac signs who's going to feel the energy is going to be Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Everything is going to end old cycles. All old cycles are going to be released. Perfectionism is going to be removed. Focusing on self-worth and reevaluating relationships. And it's going to be about a 6-month reset. So get prepared. Be ready. The changes are going to be uncomfortable because this is something you're not used to. But the uncomfortable connections are going to be just like working to build a body, the shape of a body, the stamina of a body. It's going to be painful while you're pushing through it, but the end result is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be worth it, right? So please join us March 17th for the new moon in Pisces at 28 degrees, 26 minutes. This new moon is going to relate to turning our dreams and our emotional renewals into how we're going to release the past and create new beginnings within our creativity, our spirituality, and our intuition. So thank you so much for being here. You have now been listening to Universal Messages Reloaded 2026. I'm Dr. Dorina Shine, and I'm so grateful that you're here with me. And if this has tapped in to any of the abilities that you find yourself working in, and if the Universal Messages Reloaded has been helping you, please DM me. Let me know. You can do it silently. You could do it privately by just, contacting me at the Gmail that you see on the page. There's only one page, Universal Messages Intuitive, and it's on Facebook. That is my page. That's how you can get in contact with me, or you can Google Dr. Dorina Shine. There's only one. And you can put all of your detailed information in any of the platforms that can connect to me. We thank you all so very much. And you have a great, wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.